Most political races never make national headlines, but this one could change the future of the Democratic Party. And believe it or not, the decision may come down to one group of voters in one key battleground state. Right now, Michigan is turning into the center of America's biggest political showdown, and what voters are saying behind closed doors is catching even seasoned political insiders off guard. Stay with me, because by the end of this story, you'll understand why this primary isn't just about one Senate seat, it could shape the road to 2028. Hey everyone, welcome back to US News Today. I'm Rayunsh. If you follow American politics, this is one race you don't want to ignore. Michigan is once again proving why it's one of the most important swing states in America. Democrats are locked in a high-stakes Senate primary, but this isn't just a battle between two candidates. It's becoming a fight over the future direction of the Democratic Party itself. On one side is Congresswoman Haley Stevens, a familiar face backed by many Democratic leaders in Washington. On the other is Abdul El-Sayed, the progressive candidate trying to shake up the party establishment with promises of major change. But here's where things get interesting. Political analysts say black voters could ultimately decide who wins this race. And while many younger progressives are rallying behind El-Sayed, interviews with voters across Detroit and Pontiac reveal something very different on the ground. Many longtime Democratic voters say they've actually met Haley Stevens multiple times over the years. They've seen her at neighborhood events, churches, healthcare meetings, and community gatherings. For many, that personal connection matters more than campaign promises. One Detroit voter summed it up perfectly, saying, "She's been there for us before election season, not just during it." Now that's a huge advantage in politics. But Abdul El-Sayed isn't backing down. He's telling voters that millions of dollars in outside political advertising are being used to define him before he can define himself. He argues that powerful political groups are spending enormous amounts of money to stop his campaign because he's challenging the traditional political system. And that's where this race becomes much bigger than Michigan. Supporters of El-Sayed believe this is another battle between grassroots politics and establishment power. Meanwhile, Stevens supporters argue experience, relationships, and proven leadership matter more than political slogans. But here's the twist. Some black Democratic leaders are still questioning El-Sayed's support for Michigan's uncommitted movement during the 2024 presidential primary. Critics believe that decision damaged Democratic unity at a critical moment, while El-Sayed says his focus has always been representing the voices of voters who felt ignored. That debate continues to divide opinions across the state. Even so, not everyone agrees those past controversies will determine the outcome. Some community leaders believe voters are focused far more on jobs, inflation, manufacturing, and who they trust to represent Michigan in Washington. And trust may end up deciding everything. What's fascinating is that almost every voter interviewed pointed to personal experience instead of ideology. Some supported Stevens because she'd consistently shown up in their communities. Others backed El-Sayed because they felt he genuinely listened and represented political change. That tells us this election isn't simply progressive versus moderate anymore. It's becoming a contest between familiarity and disruption, between proven relationships and promises of a different future. Now here's why the entire country is watching. Whoever wins this Democratic primary will move on to face Republican Mike Rogers in one of the most competitive Senate races in America. Control of the U.S. Senate could depend on races just like this one, making every vote in Michigan matter far beyond state lines. So while this may look like another local primary, political strategists see it as an early preview of the Democratic Party's future heading into the next presidential cycle. The question now isn't just who wins Michigan. It's which vision of the Democratic Party voters trust the most. What do you think? Are voters looking for experienced leadership, or is it time for a new generation of political voices? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more fast, fact-based coverage of America's biggest political stories, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next report.